Ready, you're up, Maureen.
Good. So, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I know it's tough, it's a lot going on, so, welcome to the May Recreation Commission meeting. First up, we will, approve the April commission meeting minutes. So, I make a motion. Oh, first of all, was there any questions or concerns regarding the April meeting minutes?
No.
If not, then I make a motion to approve the minutes as they were presented. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Did I hear?
No, I think
Everybody
Joe
said
said aye.
aye? Okay. Okay, so it sounds like it was unanimous and the minutes have been approved.
So, do you want to start with a little brief recap? I know we talked
The Deep Stadium project advisory committee meeting was quite interesting. I took lots of notes and I misplaced them someplace, so I'm going to try to go by memory, but there's a lot going on there. So they were talking about the three different phases of that project and the first phase, I believe, is the pool house?
Yes, the pool is starting the end of this swim season, so in September. They're trying to go out to bid now.
Right.
The end of August into September is when the work will likely begin.
Will the pool be able to open? this-
Yes,
Yes.
yep, that's why we're waiting until
Okay,
the
until
end of
after
the
everything.
season.
All
And the
right.
splash pad is
Splash pad is
ready to go.
Yep, our guys actually started prepping the pool and just, we're trying to get ahead of it early this year. Now that we know some of the kinks and things that came up last season, we're getting a little bit of a head start to try to start running the filter and just seeing where it's at, so far so good.
All right, and so when is the opening, for the season?
Based on, we're gonna see how everything looks, but
July?
no, June.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
it was only July last year because we couldn't get everything up and running.
Okay.
But this year, I believe we are planning to open Father's Day weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's June 18th. That's the
June
tentative date.
Right, 18th, this is.
Yep, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the beach.
Also?
The beach, we are hoping to be able to open the following Wednesday.
Wow.
So again, we will see, that's, end of June's a little tricky because some of our staff are just graduating or they're coming back from school. Our aquatics director is a teacher, herself, and so I think they're still kind of in the middle of finalizing their school year, so,
That sounds good.
yeah. But so far, we're on schedule.
Okay.
Did they get enough lifeguards?
We are still, so currently, we do not have as many as we need to be able to run both sites. So that was actually something I wanted to talk about on my thing, but so I'll wait to go over that, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so and the second phase was I don't know if that was the
The physical, so the turf and the actual grandstand and renovations, that is expected to begin in November.
Okay.
Again, that's the tentative plan right now. I believe once the football season wraps up, that's when we will have access to start moving things out, cleaning up any equipment and storage that has to be relocated. So the stadium will be closed, I believe, somewhere around that time, but the actual construction probably won't start till spring, early spring.
and then the third phase?
Is I think the parking lot is so it's kind of all intertwined, but yes, I believe the phase 3 is the green infrastructure. So there's a few different grants all compiled into that pot. And so the green infrastructure plan is the third portion of it.
And you said there is a new project manager?
Yes, Jack Schoonmaker is
Yes.
our project manager. He started in March. He is amazing, very talented. He's actually an architect. And he's really excited to be part of the city and working on this. It's very, very thorough, so if you have any questions or, need anything, he's definitely the one you want to call. He has offered to come and speak with us, if requested.
Right, and because it's a big project, I would think that people would have questions about it. And he definitely either, had the information himself, or there were experts from each of the companies that are participating in making all this happen. So, if you have any questions about that, I can talk to him and have him come and visit us. So, but, other than that, it's just, there were so many details, details about the money, about the cost of it, details about, how, just ideas about what, the new stadium is going to look like. They had some images, not necessarily the specific renderings, but just, pictures to give us an idea of what it would look like, and it's going to be so beautiful,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I mean, it really is gonna be amazing, and this will allow us to be kind of put in the running for these big, large state tournaments. I think we're gonna see a lot more interest in our facility, once we get that all completed, so it's gonna be great for the city. Sure.
So if you have any questions, just, I can, present them at the next meeting. If not, we can have Jack come in and speak directly to us, so. Department program updates?
Yeah, so just want to give you guys a couple of dates that we have. Clean Sweep is this Saturday. I don't know if anybody was interested in volunteering, not just with Parks and Rec, but the whole city. There's various groups that are going to be out and about. I think City Hall has their own group of volunteers that are coming in to clean up around here. We do this every year. Parks and Rec works with Riverkeeper down at the beach. I believe 2 Girl Scout troops are participating this year. So if you're interested and want to go by, let me know. We have volunteer waivers that have to be filled out, if anybody's interested. Just want to give you another event. Earth Fair is in following. I think Nancy volunteered to, no, I'm sorry, Maureen. I was like, no, that wasn't you. Sorry, she's like, what are you signing up for?
Yeah.
No, that was Maureen. Maureen is
Yes.
volunteering. So that is May 14th. I believe it starts at 10, runs to 4. Julie, Casey, and Ellie, our staff, are kind of heading this, and have said there's plenty of jobs, small ones, big ones. If you just can stop by for an hour, let us know. They're definitely looking for people to help out.
They're definitely looking for how many people?
No,
As
there's
many as possible.
Oh, as many as possible, yeah, yep.
But yeah, no, I was able to, encourage somebody else to come with me too.
very nice.
So, so if you know anybody, tell them to
Let's hope for good weather. One minute
Yes.
it's 80 degrees, then it's 40, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
no rain,
Yeah,
that's all I ask
exactly.
for, so rain.
As far as programming, we have softball started this week, and of course, our first 2 days did not work out. So we have already some makeup scheduled, but I believe tonight is our first official good weather day for first game. Men's division, I think women's only play on Tuesday, so, are you playing tonight?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not tonight. No.
Oh, not tonight, okay.
Yeah, no, Wednesday.
Okay.
Where's the game?
So tonight, I mean, they split between the 2 fields, so Block Park and the Kingston Point.
Okay.
And so we've added some safety netting at Block Park. I don't know if anybody's been down there yet, but to kind of protect any walkers and, of course, as many cars as possible in that area, but it's really more to protect the basketball court, the new Ken Bryant Jr. Memorial Basketball Court. So, we have a couple of groups that have leagues and tournaments that run there, so the netting should certainly help add that safety feature there. Volleyball, beach volleyball is starting up soon, I believe May 16th, if I have that correct. That's our adult volleyball league on the beach. Everybody's getting excited for that. The Rondout Center is still open after hours. 3 days a week, they're open late for the older groups. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, they're open until 8. And I believe our last day this year, is the 27th.
Of May.
Of May, and then our staff are kind of doing a changeover to get ready for, summer camp. Yep. And so I know it feels like we still have time until summer camp is upon us, but it is creeping on us. Applications are in, our staff are ahead of schedule. We've completed, sorting through our applications today for seasonal hires. But as I mentioned earlier, we are still accepting applications for lifeguards. Seasonal positions for maintenance, we are also still accepting. So anyone you know, we have a new position that we're offering this year, park ranger.
Oh,
Yep, and so that I'm really excited about. There's kind of a prerequisite that, it's not really a prerequisite. Once you're hired, you have to sit through, a safety training with KPD. They go over kind of like the see something, say something training. And so these individuals will be able to kind of patrol our parks. They can help answer questions. They're also gonna be able to handle, maintenance things, minor maintenance, weed whacking, mowing. But we're hopeful that they'll be able to help out in the, evening hours, when our full-time park staff are kind of gone for the day. We will be able to have some folks hopefully in the parks to assist with anything that comes up.
So how are those positions being advertised?
So we have done it all. We've gone through the mayor's office, through his newsletter, Facebook, Instagram. We put up flyers all over the place. I actually got in touch with, Kingston High Schools. I think they have like an employment, a teacher that's designated to help promote employment for the students. But we're also looking for like TAs. We're looking for teachers that are just looking for something to do during the summer. Like Mary Elizabeth, our aquatics director, she's a full-time teacher during the summer. She loves having this position. And it's nice because they already have that experience with kids. They have a certain level of training, it goes a long way. So hopefully the word got out. We're still pushing it as best as possible. In fact, before you guys showed up, I just added another post to our Instagram, specifically just for lifeguards. So anything that you guys can get out there, just try your best. We want to be able to keep our facilities open as much as possible. Last year, we were forced to have to close the beach quite a bit, not just because of the weather, but because we didn't have enough lifeguards to cover both sites. So the more we can get, the better. Yeah. So summer camp also, we are still taking signups. Any kids that still want to sign up? The only park that is currently maxed out is Forsyth. So Lauren is still open, Hasbrook, I believe, is still open. Hasbrook's getting up there though, I think, so, it starts getting to this time of year where everybody's remembering that they haven't registered, and they're filling up a lot quicker this year. We don't have any capacity limitations the way we did last year, so, we're pretty good in that area.
And the age ranges are,
6 to 13.
and it's a how many week program?
7.
7 weeks?
Yep.
You guys still doing the nature,
Yes,
as well?
junior naturalist is still open. You know what, because that one is split up by age group. I don't know which division is, I'd have to look that up.
I just know it was popular, so I was.
That is very, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and usually, folks, that was the first week we opened, and a lot of those sessions, I think one of them did max out. I don't know if it was like the 4th and 5th grade group, but definitely very popular. I know the older group is generally one that doesn't fill up right away, so any of the older kids that are looking for something to do, it's really, you guys came to visit, it's really a great program, lots to do. You get a chance to do different activities that you might not get to do in the regular standard summer camp. They do archery, they do kayaking, they get to go visit the animals and get up close and personal, safe as possible, of course, but yeah, so still
I
taking.
think that we should, peek in on them again this year.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Seriously. Yeah.
you guys are
I
always
think they
welcome to.
appreciated that.
Yeah.
Even if we don't bring anything with us, I think that, just speaking in with her.
Yep.
And the hours of that program are,
So all of our summer programs are those, they 9 to 3, but we do drop offs around 8:45, pick up, we're kind of
Okay.
there roughly until about 3:15.
okay.
Yeah, so as far as program updates, we are starting, this is something for the seniors, so bingo is back in the building, bingo is back up and running, and I had no idea how popular bingo was.
I can't believe.
Oh my goodness, I purposely try not to schedule any meetings off-site between like 11 and 12, because there's like a line of people.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I just had no idea, no idea.
One day a week?
One day a week, Thursdays, and, yep, and they love it, our staff love it, they try to get some of our staff to come down and
Right.
participate.
What time? What are they?
So I believe they start at, I really think they start at 12:30, I don't, but
They line up
if you want your
the
seat,
door,
yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is our maintenance staff, that is their lunchroom, and so from 11 to 12, we have to wait until they finish, we wanna be respectful of their space, so the doors don't officially open until 12, so.
Okay.
That doesn't stop, I can't promise parking spaces though, that's the.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Wow.
so that is, yep, that's good, and, so Chris, is our rec leader who kind of is overseeing a lot of our senior programs. And they love him, they do. We're starting to survey, some of them to see what kind of senior trips they might want to do this year, we're trying to bring those back. And once we have an idea of what we're gonna do, we're gonna advertise it, so it'll be posted in the Freeman. We're gonna go to the senior homes and try to make sure we get those up. Try to get the word out as best as possible.
Okay. Great,
Does anybody have any questions about events, programs? Joe, Ellen, can you guys hear us okay?
Yes, actually, for the
Yes.
seniors,
Okay.
I have a question for the seniors. Whenever you were doing these trips, are you looking for volunteers to help them out? Because I know myself and my crew would like to help out with the seniors and helping them how we can to get them, to where we want to go, whatever it may be. But we want to do, things with the seniors at this point.
Yeah, that sounds great, Joe, thank you. I'll definitely let Chris get in touch with you, so, if we need volunteers or, any kind of assistance, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, it sounds like they could use some volunteers during the bingo games. No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
Really?
line dancing, that's the other one, line dancing is back.
Has that started?
Yeah, that started a while ago, actually, I think they came back probably in January, December.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been back for a bit. Ceramics has not started back
I was
up.
just gonna
That's the
ask that.
one that we have not, heard back from Lumpy as of yet. We're gonna try to get in touch with her and see if she's planning to come back in the fall, maybe a fall session. But we'll see.
We used to have that preschool.
Yes, I believe that'll be back.
Okay.
You're talking about the indoor playground.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that generally starts back up November, runs
Okay.
through March,
Okay.
the colder months, so of course, everything's dependent on
Okay.
how the pandemic plays out, but that, we're hopeful that we can reopen that this year.
Okay.
Liz, I have a question. Can we have a sip and paint for the seniors?
We can, it can be an non-alcoholic sip and paint. Our staff have actually, suggested that with the youth, trying to do like a juice box sip and paint kind
Oh, cute.
of concept, so, yeah, we've definitely discussed that, and I like the idea with the seniors, we can't have alcohol on the property, so, if they're open to a dry sip and paint, I think that'd be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so if there's any more questions or concerns, then we'll move right on to old business.
Yes.
Pretty soon this won't be.
Yeah, so, one good piece of good news is the plaque is finalized, the plaque came in, we just, sent the check, well, process the voucher.
Okay,
So I plan to pick that up, have it in our possession.
yes,
I called Kevin again today. I have not heard back. I wish I had more information.
okay,
I thought today we were gonna be down at Block Park and
You're right.
doing this ribbon cutting. And a perfect day would have been, but
Yes.
unfortunately, so the mayor was not gonna be able to make it. That was actually the bigger issue this time around. And I know Kevin expressed that he really wanted the mayor to be there. And I also don't know that, it doesn't sound like the middle of the week works for the family. So they're aiming for a Friday. The July dates that have been mentioned, it's just, I know you're out of town, I think Joe has a reunion, I mean, it's tough during the summer, everybody's, so I'm trying to push more for this month or June. Preferably, I think I said June 3rd, I don't know what that is for everybody, but that would be wonderful, but I'm gonna just keep on them as best as I can. Oh, sorry,
June 3rd, that's Saturday, right?
no, Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday, yeah. Yep. I sent him a few dates, and so he, I do think he's he's trying to reach out to the family. I think Tyler lives out of town. I don't know if he's on the West Coast now or in the city. But I do think that's a big piece of it too, is that, I know we were trying to stick to one date, but it is important that the family could be there to.
Well, if all else fails, there's always, like Zoom or, some type of,
Yeah. I would just like for the sign to be up. You know what I mean? Like, I would like for the sign we've had that sign sitting in the sign shop for a year. I would just like to put it in the ground and do, a nice unveiling of it.
Yeah.
So, because right now people still, it's Block Park, but it would be
Right.
nice for people to know, actually, it's the Kent Bryant Jr. Memorial Basketball Courts and
right,
especially, and
Yeah.
especially because Tay Fisher has started his, actually he didn't start yet, next weekend, his spring youth basketball league, he's having him at Hasbrook and Block Park again. And so it would be nice for that to be up, for that. So,
What days are those?
I think they vary, at least, no, they're Tuesdays and. Let me just look at the calendar.
Sorry.
No, that's okay, I just,
Because maybe we could piggyback on that too. We could have a ceremony before the games start. For one of the,
yeah,
that way at least we know people will be there.
oh, yeah.
And then have some sort of maybe food or something for everyone.
Yeah. So that's gonna be, I think he has his games
Is that a clinic or?
Mondays and Wednesdays. No, it's just a youth league, he doesn't own gym space, and so I know he tries to work with the school district and tries to work with us to be able to, offer, places for the kids to play. I think the older kids, I'm not sure which one is which, but I know he has the older group playing at one park and the younger group playing at another. So, yeah, it's quite popular.
You said June 8th? What day?
Well, I had suggested to Kevin a few different dates. I think May 20th, he had, considered, I think the group, his family was open to May 20th, but there's the Kingston Hall of Fame that same afternoon. And so, I don't know, I just don't want to conflict with any larger events. I don't know if Ron is going to that, but I know he's sent out invitations for kind of in a joint effort with that in the, Caius Memorial
Yeah.
Basketball Court meeting. So I'm trying to make sure that everyone that should be there can be there. But I did say if it could happen earlier in the day, that would be better, but, so I have not, I don't remember that. He told me to send it via text, so he could pass it on to the family. Just trying to see what dates they were, so you can at least write them down.
I definitely could see them coordinating around that, Tay Fisher's League, if you brought that up.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
that's.
could see the family getting involved.
yeah,
That's the whole point. is
Right.
People are using these courts
Right.
for.
right, and how heavily used they are.
right,
Yeah.
And just so you guys, I don't know how it was handled in the past, but we have been getting requests to use our softball fields, our baseball field and basketball courts more than ever. It's I mean, it's becoming its own kind of like reservation system to keep up with it. There's just a lot of requests that are going around. Because if you think about it, other than the Midtown Center and the Y, I don't know of any other local indoor sport spaces like that.
Wizard Rose Club. but
Right, but, and
not-
that's, yeah, the schools aren't really
No.
letting people in outside, outside of their own stuff, and I understand that, but it's kind of hitting me that there's really not much available for people to do if they want to run some sort of program.
And this is the only city in the county too, so, a lot of those small towns don't
Yeah,
have the resources, but.
so I had suggested May 6th, which obviously is tomorrow, that's not gonna work. May 13th, the 20th, I said hopefully no later than 3 p.m. June options were the 3rd and the 10th. July, I did say that it sounds tricky, there's a few people that are out of town. I do think as many, Yeah.
I'm around until I leave on the 20th.
Okay.
Yeah, so anything before that.
the 15th is the Children's Day Parade this year, I didn't need to tell you guys that, yes. So it's, we've decided to move it away from the week of 4th of July.
Okay,
It's just a little hard we lose that one day at camp. The first week of camp is kind of just mayhem, so we want to give the kids more time to get creative with their
Right.
floats, get people signed up. I'm in communication with Brad Jordan and the Plaza, trying to come up with a good plan. Doesn't sound like there's a carnival
I
this
was just
year.
gonna ask.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
I don't think the carnival is returning.
so July 15th?
July 15th, yep, Friday, July 15th. Theme options will be presented to you guys shortly. It may not be, it may be before the June meeting. That's what I was gonna tell you guys.
Okay.
We just, so just keep an eye out for that in your emails. The rec staff are kind of trying to work on that now. Yeah. Sorry, I know that's a lot.
So then if there's no carnival, they'll just come down to the plaza and,
Well, and it sounds like the Jordans and the Plaza are they wanna be able to still do something,
like we had a DJ there,
Yeah, I
they
think
finished,
we might be able to have
and
some
hot
music.
dogs.
Yep, trying to see what
Yeah.
was,
Fire department usually do
Usually it comes in on
Yeah.
that.
yep. I think the only thing we won't be having are the fireworks and the carnival, which
Right.
kind of was its own thing, but.
And it was always so late anyway.
Well, that was
after
the
parade.
concern, that was
I
kind of.
remember, like, they had to wait so long.
Yeah, yep,
And then, they don't have much to do.
right, unless, and if you can't go to the carnival or can't afford it or whatever, you're kind of just sitting and waiting, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think this will be good, it'll still give families something to look forward to. I think mostly everybody's just gonna be excited that there's a parade coming back,
Yes,
so,
yeah.
So the carnival is not going to be there because of the continued COVID.
I actually don't know why that was, I can't, I know the police department has typically worked with the vendors or with the organizer. But Brad mentioned that I don't think they had been back or they thought they weren't coming back for quite some time.
All right, yes, I think that we discussed everything. Any other? Let's see, I was gonna answer.
Any update on the plaque, I guess? So we talked about the basketball court.
Yeah, the plaque is in.
Okay,
Oh,
plaque.
yeah, the plaque is in, I just have to pick it up. We actually just got the invoice yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
Yep, so that's finished, so at least we'll have it, we have it in our possession.
Mhm.
I think that last we spoke, we were trying to combine that thing, even if we can't, have a separate come to Midtown Center event, even if we just display it at the ribbon cutting, just to
Yeah.
try to get it all into one event, rather than having the family have to come back and.
Definitely, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I was gonna say this, yeah, plaque will be
This will
displayed at
be
the town center.
installed.
Yeah.
Correct.
At Liberty Days.
Yep.
But, I just wanted to mention that, someone had mentioned to me that they were at the Kingston Point Beach and, and I guess they used the bathrooms, and they were pleasantly surprised that there was hand sanitizer in there. It was actually hand sanitizer,
Okay,
actual hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
That's what they just kept saying, they were happy about that.
okay, well, that's
I
good.
said, well, I will pass that on.
Yeah.
You know, it's always good to do something good, you know?
Very good. Thank you for doing that.
Okay. That's it. Does anybody else have any comments or concerns? Joe, Ellen?
No, everything sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys. Sorry about my lack of absence the past few times.
Well,
All good.
Happy to have you back.
it's all good, we're all, we all got something going on, you know? So, okay, so I guess the next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, June 2nd, 5 p.m.
Right here.
Right here.
Yes.
Yep.
And I guess we can, I make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too, Joe.